Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? Well, today's play is all about electrical outlets. Now, this isn't some kind of do-it-yourself home repair video. No, this is gel printing. These little things, these outlet receptacles, they're going to make the most wonderful, fun, silly gel prints. We're going to take those to put patterns into that paint. We're going to start by putting 3 colors of paint on the plate. When I do this, I like to have a red, a yellow, and a blue. I keep it really simple because there's going to be a lot of paint mixing together with this. Then I'm going to spread the paint around using a brayer, and my goal here is to just get most of this plate covered. After I'm done with a color, I'll clean off my brayer, but here's the thing. As I go into the next color, I'm not going to worry about the edges too much. If some of the edges overlap, if some of that paint mixes right there on the plate, I'm all good with that. See, I've got a little bit of orange going on there because of the pink and yellow, and now you can see some of the green going on because of the blue and the yellow. I'm all good with that. I like that variation that it creates. And now it's time to add some pattern and texture in here. For this, I'm going to use an electrical outlet receptacle, whatever the proper term is for these things, the place where you plug in your electronics. And I'm simply stamping it in one place and then stamping it in another place. And I'm going to do this over the entire plate to move that pattern around. So how did I end up with these? Well, we were redoing our kitchen and my husband was changing out all the outlets because I, of course, wanted them a different color. They were all beige and I really didn't like that. Yeah, that whole me not liking those colors spills out into everywhere in my life, it seems. And so anyway, he knew by the look in my eye that I was so excited about these. And he's like, I need to save these, don't I? I'm like, oh yeah, save these things. Interesting pattern and texture making things can show up anywhere in your life, so just keep your eyes open because sometimes what some people think is trash turns out to be a real treasure for making a print. Now I could have stopped a while ago with putting this pattern around because I had it all over the plate. So why didn't I? Because it was just a lot of fun to move that electrical outlet around, so I kept doing it. Well, now I'm going to take this and turn it into an instant art journal background. I'm simply going to put my art journal page directly onto that plate, and when I lift it up, I have the entire background done in one single pull. Okay, so I wonder if your mind works the way my mind works. And when I look at this, I actually see peace symbols all over that print. The outlet, when it's put in the paint like this, totally makes them look like little peace signs. Granted, they're on their side, but still peace signs nonetheless. And there's still lots and lots of paint on this plate, so I'm going to take some ghost prints. This time I'm just using a piece of cardstock here, and you can use any kind of paper that you've got, from junk mail to copy paper to cardstock, whatever you've got within arm's reach is a great paper to use to get those ghost prints up with. And yep, there's still more paint, but it's starting to dry out a little bit. So what I'm doing is really brayering it down to make sure I've got the best contact possible to get as much of that paint up and pattern that I can. Now I've got a sort of a bare spot over there, and oddly enough, a bunch of paint over here. So I'm going to do the same thing, making sure that I'm getting as much paint up as I can by using that brayer to make sure I've just got really good contact between the paper and the plate. Now, if you'd like to know more about gel printing, if you're looking for some more techniques or wondering how to get started, want to know those do's and don'ts of printing and that kind of thing, I've got a full page of resources for you over on my blog, and I'll have that link down below for you. So in just one round of paint on a plate, I have got not only an art journal background done and ready to go, I've also got the other pattern papers from the ghost pulls, and I've got the brayer cleanup paper there on some book text. So essentially, what I've created in just a few minutes are coordinating papers that I can use for art journaling, scrapbooking, card making, collaging. Sky's the limit for however you want to use the papers. Thanks so much for joining me for today's play. If you've been enjoying this video, I'd so appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more play with things that I find, like electrical outlets, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I have a new video out. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.